Assalamu alaikum students. Today is our third lesson, which is type of tenses. In this lesson, we will discuss types of tenses which are very important to improve our writing skills. So let's start our third session in English language skills. Types of sentences are very important because understanding these types of sentences can help English learners develop their writing and communication skills. These are very important to communicate to others, to convey your message perfectly. So, here in this lesson, I'm giving you different types of sentences which you will understand. After that, you can create different types of sentences as well. Here, I'll mention one thing, students. If you want to book your live lesson with me, if you want to do regular practice with me, you can book your lesson. You can send me email to contact with me. And if you want to check my profile, you want to be satisfied about my teaching strategies and styles, you can click on the link which is given in the description. You can check the reviews of my students, you can check the strategies which I will use, and you can also read out the detail of my teaching style. After that, you can book your live lessons with me too. So here are the types of sentences. The first one is declarative sentence, second one is imperative sentences, third one is interrogative sentences, fourth one is exclamatory sentences, fifth one is complex sentences, and the last one is the compound sentence. Here the last one is compound complex sentence. So let's move next to discuss all these types in detail. The first type of sentence is declarative sentence. In this type of sentence, we make some statements and we declare something. For example, the cat is sleeping on the couch. Keep in mind, we are declaring. In this type, we are declaring something. We are making statements. The next one is interrogative sentence. Here, these type of sentences are those in which we are asking some questions. For example, where is the nearest coffee shop? Here I'm giving you just one example for each definition to make this lecture very short, but you would be clear about these types of sentences. And this is your task to make other examples by yourself, and if you will like, you can write down these examples in comments. So I can understand that I can be aware about your understanding. I can understand that you are getting my point. And at the end of interrogative sentences, you will put question mark. Keep in mind. In the simple sentences, we are putting just full stop. And in interrogative sentences, we are asking questions. So we are making question marks. So let's move toward our next type of sentence. The third one is imperative sentence, in which these sentences give commands or make requests. This type of sentences are giving commands and make requests. If we are asking something, we will ask some questions. Like in a previous type of sentence, in interrogative sentence, we are asking questions. But in imperative sentences, we are making requests. And in this type of sentences, we are using the word please. For example, please pass the salt. Same like that, we can make different examples by using kindly, by using please. Next one is exclamatory sentence. In these type of sentences, we are expressing our strong emotions or exclamations. Keep in mind, we are expressing our emotions in these type of sentences. We are not just making simple statements, we are not declaring something, we are not asking or requesting something. We are expressing that we are happy to see that and we are appreciating this. So, exclamatory sentences are expressing emotions. Next example is complex sentences. This is the next type of sentences, complex sentences. In these type of sentences, we contain two parts of sentence. As I told you in our previous lesson that we have two parts of sentences in sentence structure. If you didn't watch that lecture, you can watch that lecture too to make your concepts very clear, because it's very important lecture about sentence structure. If you want to be a good writer, you should understand the structure of sentences too. So we have two parts of sentences. I will explain again. I will repeat that. We have two parts of sentences, and these are known as two clauses. The parts of sentences are known as clauses. One is the independent clause and one is the dependent clause. Independent clause don't need the other part of sentence to make its concept very clear, to convey its message. Without the dependent part, the independent clause can convey the complete sense. But the dependent clause always need the other part of sentence to convey its complete sense. So here in the complex sentence, we have two parts, one independent clause and one dependent clause. For example, although it was raining, we decided to go for a walk. So one part is independent. It was raining. We can convey our message, it was raining, without the other part of sentence too. So this is independent part, and the other one is dependent clause. So next type is the compound complex sentence. This is the last type of sentence, compound complex sentence. The name is telling us that we have compound of different complex sentences. So this is more complex type of sentences. In this type of sentences, we have two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Two or more independent clauses in this type of sentence and one dependent clause means we have three parts of sentences in this type of sentences. So, for example, we are giving here one example. She went to the store because she needed groceries, and I stayed home to clean the house. Here, without the other part of sentence, we can convey message. So we have two independent clauses here and one dependent clause. This is the compound complex sentence where we have three parts of a sentence. I hope you understand all these type of sentences. I'll try to make it more clear to you in our next lesson with more definitions. Practice is very important to understand anything, to learn anything. So keep making practice. For after every lesson, you will make a practice, and if you will like, you can send me a comment with one example at least. That's all for today's lesson. In our next lesson, inshallah, we will discuss more points to help you to write well, like types of clauses, phrase structure, sentence length and complexity, and sentence types by structure. These are also very important points, and in our next lesson, inshallah, we will discuss all these. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.